Hi everyone, welcome to AIMS India online classes. Language of chemistry already we have started. In that we have discussed in the previous what is the symbol and what is the formulae like that. So today we are going to start our class with chemical formulae. How to write the chemical formula. We are going to discuss that. Okay, let's start our class today. See, chemical formula. What is meant by chemical formula first of all? How to write the formula? In the previous we represented with symbols and what is meant by ion or radical, divalent, trivalent, tetravalent, everything we discussed in the previous classes, right? Today, how to write a chemical formula? See, the short form representation of a molecular substance is known as its formula. See, we'll call water to drinking water. That water chemical formula is the representation, short form representation is H2O. No need to write completely water, like if you write H2O, it also represents the water. So this is called the chemical formula. Generally, how to write these chemical formulas and what are the methods to follow we'll discuss in today's class. See, formula of elements. The molecule of an element is denoted by writing the symbol of the element and to the right and below it a number expressing the number of atoms in the molecule. See, what is meant by formula here? I'll take here the example of H2O. See, water contains hydrogen and oxygen. I am writing hydrogen, oxygen, and at the right below, this is called subscript. In the subscript, we are representing with one number, means number of atoms. Here nothing written, means one is there. So, what is water formula? Two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom gives you the chemical formula of water. That is called formula. We are representing with the elements. See, example, H2 denotes one molecule of hydrogen containing two atoms of combination. See here, hydrogen molecule I am taking. Hydrogen molecule you can write like hydrogen molecule, like we can write with the words, but here simply we can represent H2. This H2 represents the hydrogen molecule. This is called formula. How many number of atoms are present in hydrogen molecule? One hydrogen molecule contains two hydrogen atoms. H2. Two hydrogen atoms are present in one H2 molecule. Like that only, see here, P4 denotes one molecule of phosphorus containing how many phosphorus atoms? 4. This right side subscript, whatever we are writing, that number represents the number of atoms. P4 is a molecule. In that molecule, phosphorus molecule, 4 phosphorus atoms are present. Let us see one more example, S8. S means sulfur. In the right hand side subscript we have 8 number. This 8 number represents the number of sulfur atoms in that molecule. One sulfur molecule has 8 number of sulfur atoms. That's why we are calling it is as a octaatomic, polyatomic. In previous class already we discussed what is diatomic molecule, triatomic, tetraatomic, octaatomic. We discussed already. S8 represents 8 atoms. 8 atoms are present. That's why this is called octaatomic. But this S8 is only one molecule. One molecule of S8 contains 8 atoms in combination. See, the atoms of some elements are capable of independent existence. See here, hydrogen, it has a capacity to combine with two. Two hydrogen atoms are combining and forming one hydrogen molecule. Phosphorus you take, 4 phosphorus atoms are combining and forming one phosphorus molecule. S8 if you take, 8 sulfur atoms are combining and forming one sulfur molecule. like that is their capacity, but some of the elements they have a capable of independent existence. See here examples. Formula of sodium means simply you can write Na. There is no subscript of 4 5 or 6 because that many atoms are not forming a molecule. Single atom can form a molecule, that is called its formula. Formula of sodium is Na, that's it, simple. Formula of helium He, because these elements they are individually forming the molecule that has their capacity, they are independently existing. See, thus the formula is the symbolic expression for a molecule. Formula is nothing but symbolic representation. A molecule of an element may consist of one or more atoms. See here sodium, it has only one atom, it is a molecule and that is its formula. Sulfur you take, it has 8 atoms in it, it is also one molecule of sulfur and that is their molecular formula. So a molecule of an element may consist of one or more atoms also. Okay. See, next formula of a compound. Till now we have written the formula for element. How to write a formula for the compound? Let us see here. A symbolic representation of one molecule of a compound representing the number of atoms of various elements present in it. That is called formula of the compound. Element means individually existing. Compound means sum of the compounds. See here, example calcium carbonate. It is a compound because it is the combination of calcium, carbon and oxygen. So this is called a compound. See here, we know that English alphabet has 26 letters. By combining these 26 letters, we can make millions of English words. Isn't it? Like that only. Totally we have a 118 elements. Isn't it? By combining all those elements also, we can get endless number of compounds. H2O. We are combining hydrogen and oxygen. CaCO3. We are combining calcium, carbon, oxygen. Like that we have 118 elements. Out of that 118, 92 are natural elements. And the remaining elements are synthetic elements, means man-made elements. By using all those 118 elements, we can prepare endless number of compounds. Each compound represented by a formula. See here sodium chloride is there. What is sodium chloride formula? NaCl. Calcium chloride is there. CaCl2. Calcium oxide is there. CaO. Instead of writing in letters, we can use the symbols. Those can make a formula. Calcium oxide, calcium chloride, sodium chloride and water H2O, CaCO3, calcium carbonate. So the each compound can be represented with a formula. See here we are getting some information. By following that information is given by the formula of a compound. See here now I am taking one formula H2O. What is this H2O? A formula. What information you are getting from this formula? Calcium oxide. It is a formula. What information this formula is giving to you? Let us see. It tells which elements are present in a compound. Calcium oxide. So by seeing this formula we can tell in that calcium element is present, oxygen element is present. So by seeing this formula we can come which elements are present in that compound. Calcium is present, oxygen is present. It tells the number of atoms of each element present in a compound. See here calcium, nothing is there in the subscript means 1 is there. In the oxygen, nothing is present means 1 is present. This 1 means 1 calcium atom, 1 oxygen atom. Both are combining and forming calcium oxide. It is its formula. So what finally the formula giving information? It is giving information regarding the elements and it is giving information regarding how many number of atoms are present in each compound also. Isn't it? Come to the next. How to read information in the formula of a compound. See. How to read information in the formula of a compound. The symbols in formula can be prefixed or suffixed by a numeral. When the numeral is written on the left hand side before the formula, it represents number of molecules of the compound and hence the number of atoms present in each molecule. I'll give you here one example. See, H2O molecule I say. It represents two hydrogen atoms, one oxygen atoms. Means this is giving the information about the number of atoms, isn't it? Now I'll write 2H2O. 2H2O. These two I written before the H2O molecule. It represents number of H2O molecules. How many H2O molecules are there? Two water molecules are present. Here nothing is there, means one is there, like here it is one water molecule. Here two water molecules. So is it clear? The number represents before the molecules. The number represents before the molecule represents number of molecules of the compound, and the number at the subscript represents the number of atoms. Here I written 2H2O. The first question I am asking, how many number of water molecules are there? The answer is 2 molecules. How many number of water molecules are there? The answer is 2 molecules. And the second question I am asking, how many number of hydrogen atoms are present? I asked. See, here these two represents number of hydrogen atoms. Two represents the hydrogen. Two hydrogen atoms are there. But how many molecules? Two molecules, right? So 2 twos are 4. In two molecules of H2O, 4 hydrogen atoms are present. And how many oxygens are there? Here nothing is there, means 1. 1 twos are 2. Two oxygen atoms are present. Is it clear regarding 2H2O? This 2H2O giving the information about two molecules of H2O and 4 hydrogen atoms and 2 oxygen atoms. This is the information we are getting from the chemical compound. Here we will go some more examples. See here. When the numeral is written before the symbol, it represents the number of atoms in one molecule of a compound. See here, when we write 2S, 3Cl, 4 aluminum, it means what? Only it is symbol na? Only it is a symbol, it is not a compound. So it has 2 sulfur atoms, 2 atoms of sulfur, 3 atoms of chlorine and 4 atoms of aluminium respectively. When we write 2NaCl, NaCl is molecule, right? Then 2 we written before NaCl, that represents 2 molecules of sodium chloride, means NaCl, and 4 ZnO. ZnO means zinc oxide. We written before, means 4 ZnO molecules are present. Otherwise 4 molecules of zinc oxide is present. These 4 belongs to zinc as well as this 4 belongs to oxygen. If you write 2 here, this 2 belongs to sodium as well as this 2 belongs to the chlorine. So what we can say, 2NaCl means 2 NaCl molecules are present and 2 sodium atoms, 2 chlorine atoms, 4 ZnO, 4 molecules of zinc oxide in brackets which contains 4 atoms of zinc as well as 4 atoms of oxygen. So that 4 represents the number of atoms as well as number of molecules also. That is what he is explaining here. And one more point regarding this is here, when the numeral is written on the right bottom side of the symbol, it represents the number of atoms in one molecule of a compound. See, when we write H2, where we written 2 at the right side and it is in the subscript, isn't it? Bottom we written. This 2 belongs to this hydrogen. Means here nothing is there, means 1 is there. One molecule of hydrogen having 2 hydrogen atoms. These 2 represents atoms. This 1 represents molecules. Is it clear? O2. Nothing is there means here 1 is there. So I want to explain it here. This 2 represents atoms, means 2 oxygen atoms, and this 1 represents 1 O2 molecule. This 1 represents the molecule, this 2 represents the number of atoms. That is what he is explaining here. When we write SO2, SO2, it means here nothing is there, means 1 is there. Means 1 sulfur dioxide molecule has 1 atom of sulfur and 2 atoms of oxygen. Has 1 atom of sulfur and 2 atoms of oxygen. That SO2. SO2. 1 sulfur atom, 2 oxygen atoms are present. This is a whole compound formula. In before we are writing 1, this represents 1 sulfur dioxide molecule. Comes to here, when we write Al2SO4 taken thrice, it means here nothing is there, means we are representing as 1. One molecule of aluminum sulfate has two aluminum atoms and 3 SO4 molecules. These 3 belongs to this sulfur because he given here brackets, you observe clearly. He given in brackets. These 3 belongs to this sulfur and these 3 belongs to this oxygen also. So 3 sulfur atoms, 3 fours are 12 oxygen atoms are present. So simple multiplication. I'll explain again that Al2SO4 thrice here clearly see. Al2SO4 taken thrice. So this is the compound or it is the chemical formula. In before nothing is there, means one like if we take one molecule of aluminium sulfate. It represents one molecule of aluminium sulfate. But the question is, how many number of aluminiums are present? Aluminum atoms are present. So, these 2 belongs to aluminium. This 3 belongs to this whole brackets. These whole brackets. In that brackets, how many atoms are present? These 3 belongs to that many atoms. See here. So now these 3 belongs to sulfur and these 3 belongs to even oxygen also. So first point about aluminium. How many aluminium atoms are there? 2 atoms of aluminium. That is first point. Now come to sulfurs. It is in brackets, right? In brackets, whole brackets have 3. So these 3 belongs to this sulfur also. How many sulfurs are there? 3 sulfur atoms. 3 atoms of sulfur. Comes to this oxygen. These 3 belongs to oxygen, but already here 4 is there. That 4 also belongs to oxygen. Already 4 atoms of oxygen is there, again 3. So we have to multiply these two. 4 3s are 12. So how many oxygens are there? 12 atoms of oxygen. 12 atoms of oxygen. This is about the how many number of atoms and molecules are present and the information is given by the chemical formula. Right? Now, how to write formula of a compound. Till now we are talking NaCl, it is its compound's formula. Calcium oxide is the formula of the compound. Al2SO4 taken thrice. This is the formula of the compound like we are talking. Then how to write this formula is the question now. How to write this formula? See here. One of the most important points to remember while writing the formula of a chemical compound is that it's always electrically neutral. Means its charges should be always neutral. That is the first point and foremost point we should remember. In other words, the positive and negative valencies of the ions or radicals present in the chemical compound add up to 0. If you a calcium oxide is there, calcium or oxygen. If it is plus, it is minus. Oxygen is the non-metal minus, calcium is the metal plus. If you add these charges, you should get 0. Like that, it should be electrically neutral. Various steps to be followed in writing formula of a compound by using a process called crisscross method. Always we use to write the chemical formula a crisscross method. What is that crisscross method? Let us see here. Let us consider writing the formula of a calcium oxide. See. First, write symbols of calcium oxide, they said, isn't it? So first write the symbol of positive ion or the radical to the left and the negative ion or the radical to the right. Calcium means positive ion, oxide means negative ion. Calcium charge is plus 2. So I'll write calcium ion plus 2. Calcium plus 2 on the right side. And oxygen, it is a negative ion. Oxide means oxygen will have minus 2 charge. Calcium, always calcium will have plus 2 charge. So calcium and oxygen, this one. This is the first point. Always positive should write right hand side, negative should write left hand side. Okay. Now second step. Eliminate the highest common factor from the valencies and get the simple ratio and ignore the positive and negative symbols. Now what I said, here positive symbol is there, here negative symbol is there. If you want to cancel that, you want to ignore that. So Ca2O2. Now two table both will get cancelled, then we will get 1 1. So Ca1O1, that one simply we can write calcium oxide. That is what we are writing. What is the chemical formula of calcium oxide? Means CaO. Okay. Now because here anyway 1 1, 1 means we will not represent. That's why we will write calcium oxide formula. I will take one more example, then you will understand clearly. See here, this is only interchange actually. See, interchange the valency numbers of the ions, shift the valency to the lower right of the ion or the radical. If radical receives a number more than 1, enclose it within brackets. Do not enclose single atom within brackets. See this point. In the previous we got calcium 1, oxygen 1. So this one you comes to calcium, this one should comes to oxygen. Then it will be calcium oxide. That is what I said in the previous. And one more thing he is asking, what is in the brackets. Here you have taken ion. Sometimes radicals will be present like SO4. Such time, if you while you are crisscrossing, you should keep in the brackets. How we kept in the aluminum sulfide, AlSO4. This SO4 we kept in brackets while writing 3 because SO4 is an atom. While writing 2 Al we did not keep in the brackets, isn't it, in the previous example? That is, it is a single ion. That's why we didn't keep in the brackets. But it is a group of atoms. Means it is a radical. That's why we kept all those in bracket and we written the subscript. Take one more example, that is C, calcium oxide. Now come to the, let us consider writing the formula of aluminium chloride. See here. Aluminium chloride. Aluminium symbol is Al and chloride symbol is Cl. While yesterday discussing monovalent, divalent, trivalent, tetravalent, already we discussed aluminium belongs to trivalent. So aluminium will have a charge Al plus 3. According to all rule, positive charge one should write on the right hand side be written. And chloride is a monovalent negative ion. That's why we kept Cl minus 1. Isn't it? Now, what is the next step? We should ignore these positive charges. If you ignore the positive charges, Al3, Cl1. Right? Now, What is the next step? Step 3. Interchange the valence numbers. Here aluminum has 3, chlorine has 1. 1 send to aluminum and 3 send to chlorine. And both are single ion, not a radical. That's why no need to creep in the brackets. If you send like that, you will get AlCl3. What did you get? AlCl3 you written, isn't it? So that is the formula for the aluminum chloride. Let us consider writing the formula of ammonium carbonate. See here. Ammonium is the positive. NH4 plus. This example we studied yesterday in monovalent electropositive ion. That's why NH4 plus charge. And next carbonate. This carbonate ion CO3 2 minus also in yesterday's class we discussed in the divalent electronegative ion. So ammonium has plus 1 charge and carbonate has minus 2 charge. Our next step is just ignoring these positive and negative charges. Then NH4 CO3 to NH4 1. Our next step is just crisscrossing. These two should come here, one should come here. But it is a radical, so we should keep in brackets. It is also radical, we should keep in brackets. That is what our step 3. Let us see. Interchange the valency numbers of the radicals. More than one. Enclose it in brackets. They said na NH4 CO3 2. So this one comes to this CO3 and this 2 comes to this NH4. See here. Yes. Now NH4, it is a group of radical in a group of atoms. That's why we kept in brackets and we written this 2 as the suffix. And CO3 1. Anyway 1. That's why we did not keep in the brackets and we did not represent the 1. So what is the formula for ammonium carbonate? NH4 twice. 2 means twice. 3 means thrice. Okay, NH4 twice, CO3. If 3 means thrice, 4 if you have, that one will called as the taken 4 times like. Okay, NH4 twice, CO3. This is the writing formula by using the crisscross method. Okay guys, so this is our today's class regarding the chemical formula, and in next video we can see how to naming that compounds. Okay, thank you for watching our video. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel AIMS Today for latest updates and the recorded videos. Okay guys, thank you so much.